Good afternoon, Ravi.
Hey, hi guys, good afternoon. Now, how was yesterday's session, guys?
Yeah, it's going good, Ravi.
It was good.
Okay, good. So now let's start our session, guys. Okay, today we will start the coding on Joule, right? So everyone want to see that practical? Just only one thing, so guys. Don't bother about the counting number. Just think about yourself only, right?
Yeah, Ravi. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Ravi.
Yeah, hi Pushpendra, good afternoon. One more things, guys. Okay, just join, try to join the live sessions, right? In the live session, just I'm saying that in the live session, right? If the people is joining, they can spend 2 hours, but if the people are thinking about that later I will watch YouTube, right? On YouTube, just 1 or 2 video. In a 1 or 2 video only, you guys will what, because there the people are not there now who can observe it, right? So just one video 40 minutes or just 35 minutes. After then you guys will think about, oh, let's do this work, then I will again watch, like that will happen, right? But in the session continuously the people can learn what subject continuously 2 hour 3 hour, like how long I will take the session. So but already I given the options, right? Choice is yours, guys. Okay, so now let's start our today discussion, right? Let's start our today discussion. So yesterday we had discussion about what, API gateway na?
Yeah, Ravi.
Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
So but
Yeah.
let's one time I will give the working function, working flow, right? Working flow, then we will start coding part, guys. Okay, we will start the coding part only on this like API gateway, except that other coding part we know that, but we need to focus on the API gateway coding part only na, come on.
Yeah,
Hmm?
okay, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
So but first what we will do it, one more time we will see the what, one more time we will see the working functionality, right? Working,
Execution. Yeah.
yeah, execution flow of what, API gateway, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So hmm, work, let's increase the font. Working flow, right? We will understand first what working flow, then we will start our coding part only, right? So just this diagram working flow only, because one more time it, just think about that, this is the revision, right? Revision, because we need the revision also, right? One time.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So here what client is making the request, right? Nothing but what, end user, right, guys? Come on, end user is making the request, right?
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So just what, first step what is happening now, end client, right? End client makes a request to our backend application, right? Backend what, backend application, right? Good. After then what, a request taken by whom, who is the taking the request? API gateway, right? Come on.
Yes,
First,
Ravi.
first who is taking the request now, guys?
API gateway.
API gateway, right? Active yourself. active. If the people are feeling lazy, right, then the things will not work, guys. Okay, so now what? Request taken by API gateway, right? API gateway
Gateway.
API gateway and what? Compare, right? Compare with what? Compare with path, right? Because some we are using at the time of what? Making the request, we need some path na. Come on, is nothing but
Yes,
what?
Ravi.
API
Yes.
path, right? API path. Yes, so what is the API path? We understood yesterday na. These are the API path we wrote na about that microservices, guys. Come on,
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravi.
right? Okay, good. After then what? After then if matching, right? So just assume that anywhere if we are making the request, if these from the client, right? If the valid URL, then that URL will work na. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Just assume that if
Yeah.
just we are making the request using what? URL only, right? So if URL is not there, right, then we will get some error na. Come on, error page, right? Or we are
Yes,
getting,
Ravi.
but here we are learning the programming, right? For end users some pages we are giving, right? But in the technical some error is came na. So that error, how we will find out that error? 404, right? 404 we will get na. Come on,
Yes, Ravi.
Yes,
File
yes.
not found.
right? 404. So same like, right? So whenever we will make the request, if this matches path will match, then what will happen? Then the URL will proceed to next level na. Otherwise what we will get? It 404, right?
Four not
404
for error.
error. 404 error we will get,
What?
right? Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Yes,
So
Ravi.
good. So here what? Here, right? So if match, right? Sorry, match, right? Matching, right? If matching found, if matching found, then what? Then select service ID. Service ID, else what? Else 404
Four
we will
not
get.
four.
404
We will get.
we will get what? Not found. 404 means what? Not found error we will get, right? So this error we will get. Just assume that. So this is the admin. Just assume that this is the admin API is there. What we are doing now, a client is making the request, right? So if admin API is matching, then what is that? That is based on that admin API URL,
Service ID.
this service ID only will select na. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, Ravi.
So
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Basic.
Ravi.
otherwise if this one is not matching, just assume that this one also not matching, this one also not matching, then what will happen? 404 error we will get, right?
Four not four.
Yeah, it comes.
404 error we will get, right?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So after then what? Eureka, right? So after then what will happen? Eureka select one service instance by given service ID, right? So one service instance will select, right? After whatever service ID is there, right? Based on that what? Based on that URL, right? URL, that service ID will select. Who the selecting now? Come on. Eureka.
API gateway.
Sorry, no, not API gateway, right? So based on this service ID, what will happen now? It will go to Eureka server, right?
Eureka server.
From
Yeah, Ravi.
the Eureka server, what will happen now? All microservices metadata is there, right?
Register.
Means
Yeah,
what?
that's
Metadata
Yes,
means
Ravi.
what? This service ID also is there na here. Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
So this admin service ID also is stored in what? Eureka. So then what will happen? This based on this what service ID, what will happen? That service ID microservices will select, and this again will return to whom? Proxy, right?
Proxy.
Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
So now good. So here what? Step step 4. Step 4 is what? Eureka select, right? Eureka select what? One service ID. Service ID, or we are saying that service instance. Based on that service IDs, we are selecting service instance. If we are selecting a microservices, means what? Service instance only, right?
Yeah,
Service
Ravi.
instance by what? By given by given what?
Eureka Zuul.
Service ID. By given service ID, what service ID we are giving? Given, right? What service ID we given? Just assume that our Eureka server is making the request, right? Our Eureka server is making the request for what? Payment API. In the payment API, what is that service ID? It's choosing what? Payment service, right? Come on, guys, give the response. So service instance, right? So this is what? Service ID only, na? Here what? Service ID, right? So based on this service ID, what will happen? It is selecting from the Eureka what? Service instance. Come on,
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
right?
Yeah.
Good. So fine. Finally, fourth and fifth, right? So here next what will happen after selecting that Eureka, right? Eureka from the Eureka service instance, then what will happen next? Eureka returning what is that? Instance to whom?
Proxy.
Eureka is returning that
Proxy object.
instance to this proxy, right? This proxy object,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes,
Ravi.
good. So here what? Eureka return what? Eureka returns service instance. Service instance to proxy, right? Proxy,
Yes,
right?
Ravi.
Service instance to whom? Proxy, right? After then what? After then here what will happen now? This proxy is what? Selecting what? Based on that here now this proxy is applying load balancing, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi. Look,
This proxy
Yes,
is
Ravi.
yeah. So this proxy make what? HTTP request to whom? Selected instance, right? Whatever selected instance is there, based on that selected instance, what will happen now? This proxy will make the request to that particular microservices, right? Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
So
Yes, Ravi.
yeah. So sixth one, right? Sixth one. So here what? Proxy makes what? HTTP call, right? HTTP request to what? Selected instance, right? Instance, or we can say call what? REST controller. REST controller is nothing but microservices. Now every REST will become in like microservices project microservices. Now guys, come on.
Yes.
Yes,
So
Ravi.
and that method
Yes,
will
Ravi.
call. That method will call, right? If then again if that microservices is not available, just assume that, then what we will get? Found, right? If not available, then we will get what is that? Not found, right? Not found, what is that? 404.
Yes.
404, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Then what? Microservices instance process request execution code. If right, if then what will happen now? This microservices, this instance, based on that what selected instance, what will happen now? This microservices will process that request now based on that logic. Come on, guys. And then what
Yes.
will happen now?
Yes,
This one will return again to whom? That request proxy, right?
response to the proxy.
Yes. So seventh one, right? So here what? Microservices instance. Microservices instance will what? Process request, and what is that? Execute it, right? Execute that code, right? Execute that code. After then what? After executing that code, just what is that? What it's returning? This microservices, what this microservices returning
Payment
now? The
service. Payment
Payment
service logic.
service response.
yes, so payment service. So but the question is, if the method is executing, right? If the method is executing in microservices, just my question is what? So anybody remember that in the in the rest, whenever we are returning the request, what we are returning now, guys? What we are returning now? Request entity na? Come on.
Yes.
I hope the
Yes, Ravi.
people are getting my point,
Sorry.
right? Our rest is returning the data in the form of what? Request entity, and a request entity having two part. What is that? Header part and a body part. Anybody remember
Body
this?
part.
Hmm?
Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi. Other part and body part.
Hmm.
Response entity.
Right? It will
Yes.
return. Yeah.
Response entity.
Why this? 1 minute, guys. Yeah, good. So here what? After processing this microservices, right? Then what will happen now? Here response entity, it's returning that microservices na? Come on.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, Ravi. Response entity.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes, Ravi.
here what?
Yeah.
It one, guys, every step will come front of you as a practical now. Because of that, I'm stressing this one right here. Otherwise, yesterday I completed. Now what is the need again to explaining this one, right? Because based on this step only, our what? First Joule application execution flow is there. Because of that, I'm explaining. If before the practical, if clear picture is there, if clear picture is all steps, clear picture is there, then the people will get easily, right? Easily our practical session. Clear?
Yes, Ravi.
You know, yesterday, just why today strength is little less, you know. Yesterday the idiots seen that, right? Because yesterday after finishing that session, right, I uploaded that Joule videos now, and even I shared in the group. So because of that, they become totally relaxed. Like this, our education system is there, right? Like this, after then what the people is saying that I'm not becoming successful. After then what? Indian governments, right? In Indian governments, the people are blaming. I saw that. I see these boss guys. I'm politics. I'm not talking about that anything politics related, right? They will say, right, in this government, what is that? More like what? Yeah, unemployment is happening. If
Tell me
you
without you.
just tell, right, if you are not serious about anything in your life, government will not give the like what um, food to their mouth, right? They will not feed the food in their mouth, na. They just can give the food only, right? Sorry, network issue is there, right?
Okay, no problem.
Yes, network issue. So that is the education problem, as well as what after then the people is saying that unemployment in this government, so much unemployment is there. Improve your skills, right? improve the skills, right? By default, success as well as what? Money as well as what employment
Money will
will,
come.
money as well as what employment will come, right?
Yes, Ravi.
So before blaming to someone, right? So first what we need, first we need to see ourselves only where we are stepping, na? No,
Yes,
in
Ravi.
this, no, I observe it. See, I'm not a politician, even I. Hey, why this network is giving the problem? I don't want to listen about anything related to what? Politics. I think our Zoom is scaring with Modi, right? Because this is the China product, na? Zoom is the China product, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, a really network issue only, right? 1 minute, I'll change my network, guys. Okay, wait. Now I think everything is fine, guys. Just I changed the network now. Now everything is good, guys.
Yeah, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes. So the thing is, you know, what is that the problem? People don't want to what learn things, right? They just they want money. That's it. So money. When the people will give the money, when the people is dedicated, right? If the see being intelligent in the arc in the college day, being a good student is not enough, right? If the person is not showing their seriousness, right, no one will select, right? No one will select. Just only one question I asked. One time I was taking the interview, right? Just I said that how you are handling your bad situation, right? In this because in a 30-minute 40-minute, guys, the person is how much intelligent, like what how the person is what, yeah, just how much the person is intelligent, we can't understand, right? But just ask, right, how he's dealing with what the worst situation in the right in the life, as well as what if a same things will come in the project, like how he will deal with what stress. That's it, that is the enough, right, to understand that person. Because this single question, right, this single question, if he started to giving the answer, right, he will take near about 30 to 40 minutes in this question only. So based on that one only I'm selecting the people, right? Because if in the like project, if need time, right, he is able to give the time. He is not intelligent, I'm not bothering about that, right? But he is the like dedicated person, I'm selecting that person. That's it. At least my round he will select what I will select him. uh, After then in the next round, because all round I'm not only taking na in the company, because 3 to 4 round will happen na. If the like if one employment is going on, means what, minimum 3 round he will give the interview in the IT industry. So yesterday itself only, right, I what I updated the video on YouTube, and they even I posted in the that link in the YouTube group. So because of that, the people are becoming relaxed. Okay, leave it. So microservices instance will process the execution flow. After then what? If the microservices, right? If the microservices after execution, then what request it will return? Entity response, right? Come on. This one will return what?
Response.
Sorry, response entity, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
so fine now, guys. So 8-1, right? So response entity, right? Entity response entity, our output. Our output is what? Returning.
Yeah.
Are returned, right? Are returned back to what? Back to proxy client, right? First, where it will return?
Proxy
Right?
memory.
Proxy, right? Proxy, or we can say that proxy client also. Proxy
Yeah, okay.
client also, right? We can say that again where this one only request will come again here, right? If this microservice is executing what? Again response will come to proxy, right? Proxy only. Then what? Proxy returning same response to whom? Client machine, right? What is the client machine? This one is the client machine na? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Right? So this request, then what will happen now? This proxy, right? Proxy is integrated in API gateway only. Just if I'm saying that proxy means what? API gateway by default only, understand, guys. Okay. So this proxy is returning what? This proxy is returning the same response to whom? Client machine only, right?
Client.
Come on. Yes. So ninth one, proxy return what? Proxy return same response to client, right? Client, same response to client machine, client machine right? After then what? After then here what? This client machine, what the client machine is doing now, guys, is nothing but front end application. Just assume that this is the front end application, right? Front end application, what the front end application is doing now? This application is what? Displaying the data na? Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So 10th one, right? 10th one. Now front end, right? Front end app may read display, right? Oh, sorry, display, right? Display are used to response, right? Given by what? Given by API gateway. If need, then this one will display. If need, then the what? Then that response is storing in the sometime database also. But who is the giving that response? API gateway only, right? This API gateway only giving that what? Giving that response to whom? That end user, na, guys? Come on.
Yeah,
Yes, Ravi.
So
yes.
this is the execution flow of what? This is the execution flow of what? Our API gateway plus what? Our end user communication, guys. Okay, so now let's working on what? Practical area, guys. Okay, now let's do the practical, how we will write the coding part, right? So how we will write the API gateway code, as well as what? These things, as well as what? We will make the request to client, right? So but except all things whatever yesterday onward I'm explaining, right? Everything, every step, every word will come in this project, right? In this project. So focus on this one, right? So what I'm doing now, first what we will do it now, let's understand coding step about the API gateway, right? Shall we see that as a what, as a theory part now? Come on guys. So
Yeah,
good.
Ravi.
So coding part about Joule, let's understand, right? So Joule coding part or point, Joule coding point. So first what we will do it now, we will define what, we will define what, one application with what is the Joule dependency. So first what we will do it now, we will define one application. Define with what? One application. We will define one application. We will define one application with what? With Joule dependency. With Joule dependency, right? After then what? Once we will define one application or one project with Joule dependency, then what we will do it now in the main class, right? In that project main class, what we will do it now, we will enable, right? We will enable Joule proxy, right? We will enable Joule proxy means what? We will just write one in the main method, right? In the main, on the top of main class, right? Main class, what we will write at the rate enable Joule proxy. Enable Joule proxy. We will write this annotation. Then what will happen now? Our Joule proxy, right? Sorry, Joule will enable in that class, right? After third step, right? Third step, what we will do it now? Third step, what we will do it now? Third step, we will register with Eureka also, right? Because this one also microservices application now. What I said yesterday, guys, I said that, right? This is the Joule application, right? Means what? This is also one microservices application only, right? Come on, yaar. I hope the people are remembered, right?
Yes, Ravi.
So whatever in the microservices, when we are learning intra communications, so whenever we are writing that microservices, to register this microservices with Eureka server, right? Some keyword we are writing or not, some key in the property we are writing or not, guys? Come on, common key, come on. Respond.
Yes.
Yes. So those property also we will write in this what project. So that is what, that is called what? Register what? Register with what? Eureka, right? After then what? So now focus on this area, guys. This one is what? Too much important things, right? So here just assume that, right? So here what? API path plus what? Service instance we are writing now. Come on, in the API gateway. Come on, guys.
Yes.
Keep
Yes,
the
Ravi.
yes. So to specify this what? This service ID plus what? Path, right? Path. For that purpose some key we will use, right? Some key we will use, right? So those key example also I will give, right? So third, right? So to specify fourth, right? This one is a fourth. To specify, right? To specify what? These things, right? These things in API gateway. For that purpose also, right? Some right? Some key is there. We need to provide those key. Then what will happen now? Then what? Then we can able to give what? Service ID plus what? Path in Joule application, right? So provide all microservices, right? All microservices register as what? path in property file, in properties file, right? Properties file. No, something path and service instance, right? Path and service instance. Service instance, right? We need to provide those things, right? So for example, just I'm giving this example, right? Just I'm giving the example. First, let's understand how we will give the keyword. So I'm giving first syntax, I will give, then I will give the example, right? So syntax, what is the syntax, how we will give that, like what those property. So just assume that, right? So here, what is that? Here order API is there and order service is there now, guys. Come on,
Yes.
active yourself now, guys. Active yourself,
Yes, Ravi.
because serious discussion is going on, because based on this one only, right? This proxy also will generate, as well as what this proxy will generate, I will tell at the time of practical, but the analysis going on, please focus on this area, everybody, right? So syntax I'm giving, right? So what is that syntax? Just Joule dot what, routes, right? Routes. After then what we will give? We will give the name, any name we can give, right? Project name or any name. Then what we will give? Path, right? In the path, what we will give? In the path, what we will give? In the path we will give what? In the path we will give what? These things, guys. Okay, in the path what we will give? Like this order API is there, payment API is there, and what? Admin API is there, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi. Yeah.
Same like if we want to give, right? If we want to give this one, if we want to give this one, payment service ID, order service ID, and admin service ID. If we want to give what? Service IDs, then what we will do it now? For that purpose, one more key is there, same key only. Just what we will do it now? Just last one we will change it, right? So Joule dot what? Joule dot routes. Joule dot what? Routes dot, here again we will give the project name, right? Project name or any name we can give, right? But both name must match, right? On that path match, as well as what? This name must match, otherwise our application will not work. So here what we will give? Service ID. Here we will give what? Service ID, right? Service ID. So like this. So just for example,